Guys, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. If you're new here, my name's Sean and I have 4 dogs: Storm, Echo, Kate and Monty. And today we have a lot of stuff in the video to cover. First, we're going to be talking about some of the big news, some of the differences that are happening with my little flock of sheep this year. We've also got an unboxing to do, and then we're going to have some fun outside with the dogs. At the end of this video, guys, we will also have a little update on me and Stacey's IVF journey, and that'll be at the end of the video for anyone who is interested in that. But guys, if you do enjoy this video, please hit that like button, leave us a comment, tell us what you thought, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let's get into the video, guys. First things first, before we talk about what's happening, let's get these sheep across to the other field because this one's getting a bit bare. Guys, it's time to talk about some of the big news we have about these sheep. And as some of you quite rightly wrote in the comments of my last couple of videos, is this not the time of year that the sheep should be breeding? And some of you guys will also have seen on TikTok all the farms tops are out and there's no tops among these, and that is because I'm not breeding them this year. Why is this? Well, these sheep were bought for the purposes of being a dog training herd, a herd that I can come and keep my dogs warm on as well when it's not as busy in the farm. And this is the biggest quiet period from now right on till the sort of start of April. There's not as much sheep work going on round about the farm. So I want to use these guys to train over this winter. Now, last year we did a lot of training in the summer, so I didn't feel the need to have a big sort of to train all winter. This year there is a couple of things I want to work on with the dogs, especially with Echo. So I just want them as a dog training herd. And as some of the keener-eyed people may have noticed already, I have less sheep now. So guys, so first off, I sold the 2 big complete male rams, and that's basically because we're not breeding this year. Sheep's cycles are brought on by the light, so as there starts to get less and less light in the day, the sheep come on season, and these sheep will stay on season, well, will keep coming into season anyway until about February when the days start to stretch again. 2 male tops around is just pretty much unmanageable if I'm trying not to get these in lamb, and ideally I want to use this field for training because it's a much bigger field than the little paddock across there, and that would mean having the ewes in here and the tops across there. But in next to the little paddock we have the farm's gimmers, so if my tops got in amongst them and got them pregnant, I would be in a lot of trouble. It's a little bit sad to see them go, but I think it's best for the herd and the situation that I need right now to get these dogs training and keep them in work with plenty of stuff to do over the winter. And what it also means is we're going to have a lot of videos here at the training field over this winter, and we're probably going to do a lot of lives from this field as well. Guys, so off camera there, I've just quickly decided to cut this front grass. Now, it's just so awesome to see how confident these birds have become with that bird feeder. There's actually one on the feeder right now, but as I've been walking backwards and forwards cutting the grass, the birds are just flying in and coming straight to the feeder, and they're not really bothered about me being out of here. And we've only had it a couple of months, and it's just so cool to see how quickly these little birds have got confident with us being here and them staying on the feeder. So guys, let's get into the unboxing part of this video. So we've been sent a package here, and it's from Jackie, so it's another package from Jackie, so thank you very much. And let's see what's inside. So first off, we have this. Let's see if Monty likes this. Monty!
What's this? What do you think? You want to get it? You get it. You get it. Why not?
And then we have quite a lot of these balls, these little rubber balls. So they'll be good for outside in the garden. The dogs sort of like Kong balls and their rubber balls, so they're brilliant. What do we have here? So this is like a big donut. This feels pretty tough actually. That feels pretty like it's not going to get destroyed. What's this? Is this like a dinosaur? Yeah, so it's like a little crocodile. Look at that, that's quite funny. That feels pretty tough as well, guys. That is really good. And then finally we have one more thing. So a Chucky. So it's glow in the dark apparently. I don't know if I'll have to get scissors to get that out, but that looks quite good as well. They all seem pretty tough, like they're gonna last a while. So guys, thank you very much for the package. If anybody does want to send us stuff, the only way we allow it is through Amazon wishlist, and you can find that on my TikTok in the link tree bit, or I'll link it down below in the description in case you do want to send something. Also guys, if you want any of the merch, you can go to flashfomo.com/sheepman. It'll also be in the description. If you're looking for merch for Christmas, guys, remember and order a couple of weeks before you want to get it. We don't keep physical stock. Everything is made to order. So give yourself plenty of time if you're wanting something for Christmas. And guys, since it's such a beautiful afternoon here, we're going to spend some time in the garden with the dogs. We're going to let them play with their new toys. I'm going to rake up some leaves, clean up the kennels a little, do a couple of little jobs round about, and let these dogs enjoy this lovely afternoon. So guys, I broke the rake, but I got the worst of the leaves, which will let me cut it later just before it gets dark. Storm's really enjoying this crocodile. She's had it the whole time. I think it's because it's got like a sort of different texture to the head than the body, and she seems to be quite enjoying the head there. Oh, there we go. Storm absolutely loves a good toy. So does Monty, but I think he's sniffing around other people's kennels right now. Echo likes a toy as well, but he also likes lots of attention. Good boy, aren't you? He's just a good boy. Anyway guys, clean up these kennels a little bit. Can somebody tell me why Echo's kennel is always dirtier than Storm's? So we've also just had an Amazon driver come up into the property, which is always fun when you've got 4 dogs out. So that was quite fun. Just got Storm's kennel to do now. Storm's attention's clearly turned to the donut, but that's both the dogs' kennels outside cleaned up. So we're just going to chill out now till it starts to get a little bit darker. Then once it starts to get dark, I'll feed the dogs and cut this grass. You see the sun's getting kind of low now. Probably another hour of light. So here in Scotland, our light cycle, it changes a lot throughout the year. We get really dark winters but really light summers. So in the summer it'll be sort of light enough to see out at 4 AM and it won't get dark till about 11 PM. And in the winter You wake up in the dark, and you go to work in the dark and you come home in the dark. So and at its darkest, it'll start getting dark here about 4 p.m. It probably won't be light till half 8 in the morning. Yeah. Like I promised, I was going to give you guys an update on IVF, and a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments what's been happening with IVF and things like that, so we're going to give you a little update and tell you what's been happening, and I'll let Stacey take most of it since she sort of is more knowledgeable about these things than I am. So
I wouldn't say more knowledgeable, but so over the last like couple of months, it's just been a bit of a whirlwind, really. So in August, I had an injection that is to prepare you to start doing an embryo transfer. I had that injection. It gives you like menopausal side effects, which was not fun. A few weeks later, I went in for a scan, and we had to do a couple of tests, and one of us failed. So we had to either wait 3 months on the waiting list for the NHS, or we had to go privately for it. Luckily enough, we were able to afford to pay for a private transfer. So after that, it took quite a while for it to come out of my system, and I had to wait until I started a period again. And after that, when I did, I phoned the hospital, and they pretty much said just to wait until next month, so that would be December, to start preparing for everything again, which is slightly confusing because I think they're just going to end up telling me to call back in January, which is incredibly frustrating at the same time. It's not been easy.
it's obviously, guys, when you've been trying for a long time and then on waiting lists for a long time, every time it gets delayed, it obviously can be quite upsetting. It's when you've been waiting for so long, and definitely Stacey probably feels that more than I do. I tend to have the attitude to where some things you just have to accept and go on with, but definitely it's been quite frustrating, the amount of setbacks we've had in the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, I've already dealt with like quite bad depression and anxiety ever since I was 16 anyway. I do take medication for that, but you know, it doesn't always work. Over the last few months, it has made my anxiety quite bad. So luckily I have Sean to help with that. So mostly panic attacks and lack of sleep, or just sleeping too long, really. But hopefully everything will get moving forward soon. I hope it doesn't have to wait until January, but you never know what's gonna happen.
But so guys, that about does it for us here today. We're going to end the video here. I'm going to go on and cut this grass, get these dogs fed, and that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching.